Hey, 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 welcome to another episode of
Soko.
Remember, this is your girl Rachel. If you're thinking about it, I'm going to say it and share it. And this is our special guest. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Edmund Asante.
And the classic
CJ.
Okay.
Welcome, Edmund, to the show.
Welcome,
We are so
ladies
blessed to have you,
and the
Mr.
crew.
Soko.
Hi,
guys.
And our cameraman, Fred, how are you?
Doing well.
Soko Sensation. Okay. How have you guys been? Has your week been good, bad, ugly? More sex, more orgasm?
I have had more orgasm.
What about you, Edmund?
Listen to this. I called CJ on Monday.
Oh, shame on you.
She could not wait to come off the phone because
Shame
she
on you,
had
babe.
a boy.
So, the
Shame on you,
orgasm.
Vivian. Monday, I had a real tough time.
Have you
It's
had a
only-
nice night?
Excuses.
I needed something to cool myself down.
So what were
And
you
it was
using?
to have an orgasm.
Oh, right.
I was called that Leanne had a nosebleed.
Oh.
So I was in lectures when I had the call, so I had to come home, went straight to A&E, and also Nicole also was not feeling well. So there was too much pressure.
So you were
and-
stressed.
Yeah, but
I was
and you
so stressed.
relieved yourself at the end
At
of
the
the
end
day.
of the day, yes.
Okay.
I needed that because
People,
otherwise...
your daughter has got a nosebleed and a possible orgasm. Anyway, today's topic is about why do women make it their responsibility to keep their relationship going.
So why is it always the women?
I think
Why is
because
it
we
always
are
the
The
mother.
women
Whose responsibility it is to
who is always
keep the
rejuvenate,
spice up the
yes,
relationship.
spicing up, renew, revive, and
I think
reawaken
it's the
the
mother
relationship.
instincts in her.
Yeah, but why are you saying it's always the women?
Many a
Why
times.
do you feel like it's not always the women?
Well, it depends on individuals or relationships.
So
Some
in your one,
relationship-
when
Oh,
who
with me,
spices
I
it
do
up?
my best.
Okay.
I
What
agree
do
with
you
But
you.
that's good enough.
In what way?
Oh,
What's your best?
I do my best.
What's your
In
best?
so many ways.
Because the audience wants to hear about
So
it.
what? So what? You go out to dinner, hotels, holidays. What is your best?
Show your
I
best
care.
with us. So caring in what sense?
Eh?
In what way?
You see, with me, it's like somebody can flatter you.
Yeah.
But you do all the good things that he knows you want,
Yeah.
and still not be
It's good enough. Yeah.
good enough. Or it still not be like he likes you, like
Yeah.
you think.
Yeah.
So to me, I want everything to be natural.
Yes.
Natural.
So you
What you don't start, what you can't finish. If you start it and you're not gonna finish it, then don't start.
Okay.
Because she's gonna come back and say, "Oh,
You started this with
Yeah.
me, and it's
So can you
the
give us
same.
an example of what you
What
have
does your
started?
significant other? What does she like?
what is
Is
she
it,
like?"
is it dinners, flowers,
Uh,
sexy lingerie? What is it that your significant other likes that you do for her?
Well, probably occasionally or on occasion, dinner.
Dinner.
Oh, that's
Okay.
beautiful.
Occasionally,
So-
Because
Is
do
it
you
a
know, do you know
candlelight
what
dinner?
it is? Women are very quick at finding out what the love language of their partners
Because
are.
it's natural.
The
It
love
comes
language
with-
is very important.
Listen, I know one of the viewers said I talk too much about my husband, but my husband is God sent. Listen, he knows what tickles my fancy, what spice up the relationship. So with this topic, I will give it to my husband. He knows how to spice up our
But that's
relationship.
because you're very vocal.
I am.
You will let somebody know.
But my dear, if you don't let somebody know your problem, you will never get a solution to
That's very
it.
true.
Because for me, for example, if I'm having sex and you're not hitting the right place, I will tell you, baby, you're not hitting the D
Oh my
spot.
goodness.
So do you have the
Oh, my
time? I
goodness.
mean, when I'm in the
Oh, my
zone, I'm
goodness.
in that zone.
No, but there
I cannot-
when
I
it
cannot
comes
just
to
tell you that, oh, you are not
when it
hitting
comes
it.
to
I just
no,
want
I
you
will
to
tell
flow.
you when it comes to
So
your
you break
relationship.
And you ask him to
You
hit
don't
it.
break. Baby, hit this, but hit this point harder. Baby, do this, but do this harder. That is in a relationship, CJ. That is a relationship because listen, my husband knows. Some people will say I suffer from OCD. That is their opinion, but I don't like people who are not clean. Hygiene is my one main thing. I don't want to come back from work and see my house messy, right? He knows how to make it nice, make the home very clean, and that turns me on. If I come back from work and I see especially my hallway, my entrance, clean, and when the kids go
as you left it.
As I left it, thank you, I will quickly go upstairs, shower, and whilst the kids go to work, I'll have a quickie with it. And then it's spicing up my way of keeping my relationship on a go and on a hot platter. So I don't think, for me, I think my man does most of the job and I do less.
Okay.
And my less is.
See, but I feel like your story is very unusual. I feel like most ladies will say that they have to make all
But
the
babe,
effort.
don't forget I've been married before, and in that marriage it was never like that. This is God sent.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
answers to
So
my
is there
prayers.
a perfect one?
There is. If you want it
I would
to be
say
good.
that-
No, what you're looking for is you don't want your
You see,
partner or
when
your
you
husband
find what you're looking for, it
messing up the
becomes
places,
perfect.
messing up places.
Yeah.
But some women, they think that's their responsibility.
Yeah.
Keep the place tight. If you mess it, you come and tidy up.
No.
No problem with that.
Listen,
So that'll be a problem with
let me correct you. I never said I don't like my husband. I do not like my home being dirty. So when I leave my home,
If he misses it, clean it.
yeah, if I leave my home clean to go to work, I will
Yeah.
come back home. Although we have 3 children and the little madam who is messy, my husband will make sure I leave the home the way I come back to the home the way I left it.
See,
he
can
keeps
I
up
just
with
say,
me.
I know a man, he will get ice cream out of the freezer, put the ice cream in the bowl, and go off and eat the ice cream and leave ice cream on the counter.
But I
melt.
think what
Ah,
I
to
think
melt.
what
Why would you do
I
that?
think what our
Exactly.
guest is saying though is that some women actually take pride in the fact that they can clean their houses and they know they like to clean up after. Because I know some women like to do that.
Women do it better than men. There are
No,
some women, even
that's
if
such
you
a
do it,
sexist comment.
some of them, even if you do it, they will still come and do
Yeah,
it.
because you don't do
That
it
is the
properly.
people-
If you do
that
it
is the people
properly,
that they know that you
then
don't
I
do
would
it
have to do
properly.
it again.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
even my
I feel
children-
like men do that on purpose.
No.
They don't do it properly because they want the wife to come and tell you. Because I know somebody who makes the worst cup of tea, and not because he makes the worst cup of tea, because he doesn't want you to ask him to do it again.
Yes. Listen, my children will say, no matter how much you clean, mommy will say it's not perfect. But it doesn't mean you don't clean.
Don't clean, that's true.
Do it. So to keep the relationships going on and happy and spicy, it doesn't have to be the woman's job all the time. But I understand.
we agree.
I understand Edmund because he is as antilicious.
No, not really. You see, what I'm saying is, yes, I always say don't start what you can't finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say, and it's always the case.
Yeah.
You will start doing everything, yes, for the beginning, and then all of a sudden he starts going back and say, look, oh, this is woman's job.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's what we're
and then you
saying.
see, so relationship to me, sense of humor as well.
Yeah.
So if you have sense of humor, whatever, she's not a slave.
Yeah. Thank you.
She's not. Yeah,
I
I'll do my
respect
best.
you
But
for
what I'm
that.
saying is, if I don't do it, that doesn't mean I don't do it.
Yes.
It means probably for some reason I didn't do it.
That's
Then
fine.
you do it, I'll feel a bit more guilty than shouting at me or having a go at me.
This
You
is
see?
what we're asking for in a relationship. I think this is what most people are asking for.
But can I ask, in 2019, going into a new decade, 2020, where there's a lot of equality, both people in a couple go out to work.
You'll be
Are
surprised.
there men's jobs and women's jobs in today's day and age?
No.
Well, in England here, no, probably.
But,
But
even
back,
out,
but back home is different. You
It's
see, when we're
not.
talking, no, back home is
Ghana
different.
has changed.
You see, back home,
Edmund.
yes, most women, when we were growing up, even with our parents, most women were housewives.
Yes.
So what do you expect?
And the
So
dad were
he's home all
providing.
day. Dad is providing. But back here is different. I mean, in some situations, the woman is even earning more than the man.
Yeah.
And then the woman will say, look, no, I won't leave everything to him. I'll
Yeah.
help him out.
That's
Then,
sharing.
yeah, sharing. Then it becomes like a normal thing.
Can I go off topic a little
I will
bit?
use my
Can I go off
ex-husband,
topic a little bit?
Yeah.
Let me finish with.
Yeah.
I'll use my ex-husband as an example. My ex-husband used to clean the house. I used to have a cleaner who comes in 3
Yeah.
times a week, but then my ex-husband
What?
will do the rest of the week and keep up with the cleaning.
And I'm not-
I am a
I'm not-
very tidy person
I'll do
as
it
well.
if I have to do it.
I will
Nothing
do
wrong
it.
with that.
Listen,
But then-
guys.
And I
But
can
then-
cook. I can cook
But then
properly.
he will.
Yeah, when I'm hungry,
He
I'll
will
cook.
clean.
Okay, but no, I don't understand. I find it.
I do the
One
cleaning.
person at
But
a time.
listen,
It's a
sorry,
One at
Fred
a time,
said
one
he
at a
can't
time.
cook.
You
How
can't
long,
cook.
how long have you been married, Fred?
25.
Well
Why
done.
can you not cook
Because
after
he doesn't know how
25
to
years?
cook.
Well, I used to cook when I was single.
Cook for your
But then-
mouth.
Yes, cook for my mouth and my friends.
Yeah.
But when I got married, well, after when we had a baby, so the first, I made some meal for.
Corned beef stew
Yeah,
or something.
I took it to a hospital for her in the comments. Oh, what have you made me? I don't like it.
She made that
that really
Put
put me
you
off.
off.
Can I just say
And
as
since
well?
that time, I have not.
Can I just say as well
This is
that
understandable.
Okay, that's a bit different. But what I'm saying is, a man can cook and a woman can
Can
cook.
cook.
Yes. That's, I believe in that.
Going
Yes.
back to what CJ was saying, CJ's ex-husband, he was my role model, regardless of whatever. John cleans, he cooks, he babysits, he changes diapers, he drives you to wherever. He was an ideal husband for everyone. But everybody has got their up and downs. But it doesn't mean that you cannot still spice up your relationship. What Edmond is saying that you can cook, she can cook. But we are not talking about cooking. We are talking about why is it that women makes it a responsibility to spice up
Say
relationships.
some women.
Why are we
or
always
say,
asking you what do you
Or
want?
say
but
most.
you are not
You
asking
can't
us?
say all women.
But I
Say-
feel
say most
like
women.
we're
Most
talking
women,
in
yes.
general terms.
In general,
and
yes.
if we're talking about 10 situations and 10 couples,
Yes.
it will mostly be the woman
Yes, that's true.
woman who takes that
That's
responsibility.
15 women.
That
So
is
there's
true.
something about men that are they're reticent about spicing things up. Why? Is it because they just decide to go out and have a relationship elsewhere?
Or is it their background from where they
What
come
is it?
from?
What
Well,
is
it's not. It's
Okay,
not.
you want
It's
to say
not
anything?
the
Okay.
background, but
Then-
sometimes, not like the general thing is that men have got that freedom to go out if
Okay.
things don't work
Okay.
out. They can go out, and, but women is like it's a taboo for you
Yeah.
to go out and have an affair or something. Yeah, so you.
So men-
women-
So men feel they don't have to.
So what
Yes.
you say is men tend to relax a bit more.
So
Yes.
Yes.
So women, because of
Yeah,
their
that could be
kids,
true.
because of their kids,
They're not
and
going
Yeah, that could be
yeah,
true.
they are not going to.
And that's the thing, I
So
can
what
say.
do you think?
I can
No, I
probably-
was just gonna say the exact same thing. That I think that it's women think it's their responsibility a lot more of the time.
Yeah,
Because
but
don't you
my-
think it's the
my-
mother
yeah.
instinct in
Yeah,
us?
the mother-
Listen,
yeah, the
yeah.
mother is in
Again,
them.
I think that's something that has changed. I always think women always want to stay in a relationship.
Relationship, yeah.
That's
I
true.
think so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I know from
Yeah.
That's
years.
true.
But now, I think it's changing a little bit.
Why? Why
You
should
think
we
you think she's in it, but she's not.
Women are changing
Yeah,
now
so-
because
yeah.
they're becoming more independent.
Exactly.
They're
And
earning their own money.
Yes.
They what? How much do they need a man for? You've
Exactly.
even got
But, yeah, but is it right?
vibrator, so you don't even need a man.
Dear
for
John,
sex.
you've got Dear John.
You see?
Don't use the word vibrator, it's Dear John.
So
Is that
it's
what
so
it's called?
difficult now these days to talk about relationship. It's so difficult and it's so different.
So,
I
so
can't
what
believe
you're
it's
saying,
changing.
what you're saying is that it's changing from being a man's world to more of a woman's world.
Well, both.
No, both.
I
I
think
think
it's,
it's
both
it's
now.
changing
Yeah,
to be
both,
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 sex
yeah.
world because it's not only about men
anymore?
anymore. It's not. There is no job that is meant for only men. In Ghana, we never used to have a woman's bus driver. And listen, when we went to Ghana
Short truck driver.
2 years ago, it was a big thing in Ghanaian news that a woman who is driving a bus. But here we see women driving buses.
I completely disagree with what you're saying that it's not a man's
It is-
world.
it's
It's
still a man's
completely
world.
is. Just because you're seeing it happen in a couple of modern countries
Yeah.
that women are getting
There's still
a bit
gender
more.
pay gap,
There's still
there's
huge
still
gender
all
pay
of
gap.
these
And
things.
also we're forgetting there's a massive difference in lots of African countries and Middle Eastern countries. Women are still.
And
It was
Saudi
only like
Arabia.
a couple of years ago women could be able to drive in Saudi
In
Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and
Just
women
serious.
only this year they were allowed to give them freedom to travel by themselves. So
And only last week they've removed the segregation in somewhere like McDonald's.
Exactly,
So even
so-
in McDonald's there was an entrance for the women and entrance
Where?
for the men.
I mean,
Saudi Arabia.
So you're
And they
saying-
got rid of-
Really?
they
Yeah,
got
so-
rid of that just
I didn't
last
know
week.
that.
yeah, so you didn't. So
So
you
the
saying
women
that.
and kids go in one entrance the men go in another area.
So you saying
Jordan is different. Jordan is more.
Yeah, but Jordan, but you have to understand
Muslims,
a lot of these
most
different
of them
countries are different because they have the.
Muslims and their religion stipulates
It's religion is a
that
barrier.
women are always at the back.
But it really is the men's. How many women prime minister presidents have you named?
Yeah.
The United States still haven't had a
Yeah, and it's not about just religion, can I
President.
say? Because although Margaret Thatcher, whoever's opinion, might not have been the most amazing
I am
person, she received a lot more flack just due to the fact because she was a woman.
Yeah.
So we have to stop
I
saying
don't
that
think
it's
because she
a.
was a woman. I think because she was a wicked woman.
No,
she was
but
a woman
because
nonetheless.
but had she been a wicked man,
Yeah.
she would have been under less duress
Yeah,
than being
you're
a wicked
right.
woman.
Yeah.
Because she was seen as not maternal and all these stuff like that. So it's not just because
But
she was
it's,
mean.
That's not what we are talking about. We are
But you're
talking
saying,
about-
yeah, we're talking about
like
this,
in
but you made a comment saying that it's not a man's world, and it definitely is.
It's a man's world.
Hence why women feel the responsibility to make sure things are alive, because in this world, which is a man's world, it's much harder for them, as Fred said earlier, that it's harder for them to leave relationships if they have kids, especially. So it's more acceptable for men to cheat than women to cheat, because when a woman
It's
cheats,
normal. Because
It's
if you
not-
cheat, I'll cheat.
no, but it is. That's you.
It's
That's
not
very
like
you. That's you. But with women
I
cheat,
don't
it's
even
more of a
understand
taboo.
when I say if you cheat, I'll cheat. And
yes.
CJ goes, don't mind.
No,
me.
wait.
She's not me.
But please,
But that's
we-
only you.
We've
Right.
discussed in the past how
Right.
much your ex-husband cheated.
Then you never went to cheat. So what's your issue?
That is done.
In my
I'm talking
mother
about
would
the
say,
new-
"Kete
the
my
new-
Bessie."
the new
Exactly.
range.
Just
I
talk,
think
talk,
now
talk,
that you
talk,
know
talk.
what you didn't know.
Yeah, well now
Yeah,
you've
you
set your
want
standards.
cheat.
Thank
Not to
you.
my darling and what.
Yes, so be quiet then.
So exactly.
When he
So
cheats.
No.
Don't be like, oh, when they cheat.
So do you think
that is in the opinion of Rachel only?
yeah. So as we're
Mr.
saying,
Edmond,
On
can you
record.
tell us? Can you tell us why you think?
on record, this guy's a joker, man.
I like when you said that. On record.
You're on record. You all know that now.
Yeah.
Why do you think women are the only ones that always try and make a difference in a
No,
relationship?
I've said it before that it's not every woman that does it.
But on the whole,
On the
On the
whole.
whole, yes. Because, like, I think you said something like, what did you say?
Well, because of the kids.
The inequality.
Yeah.
It's their instinct. It's their mother
So
instinct.
they're trying
But
their
I-
best to keep
but
that
I-
alive.
I've always said, and I defend women a lot. I say, look, in a relationship, it's more of the woman who wants to stay in a relationship more than the man. Majority.
No,
I
And
won't
you
say
see,
minority.
like,
majority.
I can't
And I give that to
Majority.
women.
Yeah.
I give that to women, and I said that
It's
it
true.
looks like it's changing now.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
the worry.
Is it a problem and a worry?
it's a problem. Why is it? Expand as to why that's a problem,
Why
please.
would that be a worry?
But why is it?
Because
why
now
is it a
the
problem?
women are changing.
The women are
They want to
dangerous.
go.
Yeah.
Wait, women are not only changing, they're dangerous.
I don't think women are changing. They're just more outspoken.
Yeah,
No, they change
and that
it.
annoys men that we're not sitting there and saying yes, thank you.
Let our girls speak. Because that is why I say when they cheat, you cheat. When they cry, you cry.
Yeah, some women say, why should we have one boyfriend?
I think.
Thank
we should,
you.
Somebody says it.
I
Yes.
think we should.
But I don't
we
think
have
all
to
women
go
are like
back.
that. I don't think all women are like that. But I've heard women say.
Okay, but back home in Ghana, when men have plenty wives,
Yeah.
it's not a problem for you.
No, Muslims can have plenty wives.
No, but in Ghana they do it as well.
They
No,
can.
but in Ghana,
Yeah, they can.
listen, I can name hundreds of Christian men who have
That's
got
different.
extra
I think that's also changing.
That's
because
different.
not a lot of men these days have got.
I've seen a lot of men.
It's changing. It's
Wait.
changing.
When was the last time you were in Ghana?
Okay.
No, it's changing now.
It's
because-
changing.
Yeah, it's changing.
It's not changing.
Listen to our girls.
They have wives and then they have girlfriends at the same
I've
time.
even seen a lot of men now changing their Christianity just to be Muslims.
Just so they can
Just so
have
they-
extra.
No problem. So those of us that are Christians, we are the ones doing the right
Hold
thing.
the
isn't it?
fort.
I give it to you. But you know,
It's true. It's true. If you want to marry 2 or 3,
you have to be a Muslim.
Be a Muslim.
Yeah.
You don't have a problem.
But please don't become a
But
Muslim just for that
those
reason.
of us that will remain Christian, you have to admire us.
Yeah, but then no. Because
But there's plenty of Christian men in Ghana who have wives and girlfriends.
Christian?
Can I tell you something? I've got a Muslim friends
Yes.
in Ghana
Yeah.
who cannot believe that it's not part of the religion of Christianity to have a second partner
Yeah.
because he's got so many
Yeah,
Christian
yeah.
friends who have got a second
And
partner
then
that he thought it was normal. Second partner.
It's just 'cause they all
Practicing
cheat.
Christians. If they're practicing
No,
Christians, then
hello.
It's just Muslims.
They go to church and they go to night vigil and they fast and they do Lent
Well,
and they have a
Muslim
second
has so
partner.
many
but
wives.
the Muslim is allowed. It's open.
Solomon had so
Yeah,
many
but I'm talking about
wives.
It's
Christian.
open. But Christian, you're not. You
Yeah,
They are doing
Well,
it
no, no,
in
no.
their
No,
children,
but
in
listen.
their hundreds of thousands.
No,
in
they're
fact,
having affairs. They're
in
really
fact,
having affairs.
in fact, I know people who will say, as a Christian person, if you haven't got a second partner, you're stupid.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't
I
please.
don't
When was
agree
the
with
last
that.
time you were in Ghana?
Listen to what
I don't know what
When was the
happened
last time
in
you were
Ghana.
in Ghana?
Let's listen to Fred. Fred, what are you?
I
What do you have to say?
don't agree that if you don't have a.
This is what they think.
No,
Who thinks so?
that thinking is not right.
No.
I know it's not right, 100%.
It's
I
not
agree,
right.
but this is
Yeah.
what they think.
No,
And we
it's-
just-
it's not good.
Let's hear Fred.
It's
Fred.
not good. Yeah, but like I said, the Muslims they are allowed openly to have more than one wife.
that's it.
But the Christian, your Bible tells you one.
But then they go and have an affair.
What? That's what.
No, we're talking about having 2, 3 wives.
You still have
No.
to-
See, that's what we're talking about. Having 2, 3 wives.
Yeah,
No, but
that's
even-
allowed. It's
even
open.
if you are not having a wife, if
you're
you have
having
a
an
second wife, you're having an affair.
If you're having an affair with the same woman for 5, 10, 15 years.
But all
That's all
these men
it
are making sure their relationship gets spiced. Spice up. They spice up their relationship
With another woman.
with another.
No, but I'm not saying that. Well, there's this. There was this thing that was going around. What do you call it?
What's up?
WhatsApp. He's
Is
a
it
Muslim.
viral?
He said, "My brother, if you want to have peace of mind, marry two."
It's true.
Really? I would have thought that's double stress.
But you see,
No.
whether I agree to that, that's a different story.
Different
But
story.
I think
this
it's
is-
more stressful to have
Yeah,
two.
exactly.
Yeah.
Listen.
But he said it, and if you listen to him, he said his wife sit down, they eat together, and do everything together.
We met some friends in Jordan.
Because
and
they
had
know
2, 3
that everybody
friends.
wants to keep him. But
Yes.
if it's only one,
Yeah,
no
they play-
competition.
No.
problem.
Yes,
So, but
I've
then
never
can
heard
have
of
to
point of view
do
before.
that.
No, but you know what? From what Edmund said.
Please answer the question.
I've
Please
asked
answer the question.
Can a woman have two husbands?
To keep
Why
What is
not?
it? Have you heard that before?
Why not?
A woman
That's
having
what
two
I was
husbands.
coming to.
We
That's what
we
I
can
was
start-
coming to.
I think
It's
Muslims,
Muslim,
They're not
have
allowed.
three.
No, you
They're
people.
not allowed
Let me
anyway.
give you a typical scenario.
Yeah.
When you were entering this house, you saw a front garden, you saw the main house, and then
Saw
the
back
back garden.
Yeah.
So if I'm a woman and I want to have a front garden, a main house, and a back garden, I am entitled within my right.
So is a man entitled within his
Yeah.
right too?
If a man
They're
is
not
doing
doing
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
They're not
That's
doing
what
it.
goes back to what I always say. That I
But
will
then
be
are
the
we-
devil's
Do
advocate.
we
I'll
accept
be
that?
We don't
Rachel.
society don't accept it, but do what you want.
Yeah.
Do you?
This is where-
this is a free world. You can do
Yeah,
whatever.
do what
But this is where we're going.
Is
Will
it
you be
morally
comfortable?
right?
Will you be comfortable
Is
telling
it
the whole world?
yes.
Can we listen
Will it
to
be
what
more-
Fred is
yeah.
saying?
Like I said, we are all free to do whatever we want.
Yes.
But then the question is it morally right?
No.
Is it right?
Exactly.
Is it-
Why are you
is it good
competing
for
with
you?
men for the
Would you
wrong
want to do
thing?
that?
Listen.
Especially you as a woman. Would you want to have a front
Garden.
garden
And have a back
main one and a
No,
back
but you
one?
as a man,
Let
would
me
you do
answer
that as
you.
well?
No, let me answer you, Fred. If I'm in a relationship and I'm not happy, I bet you, I can bet my life on it. I will have a front garden, a main house.
No, you just
and
leave.
then-
Why don't
You just leave.
Why don't you leave?
You just
No,
leave.
No,
because
Why?
no,
Okay, so-
no. Why should I leave? I'm telling you. You asked
Why
me a
would you
question,
stay, though?
And I said, if I'm in
You want
a
to have a
relationship
relationship, can you
and
imagine?
I'm
So
not,
relation from your point of view as a woman.
yeah,
Okay.
So, but if
as
your
a
hus-
woman,
so,
and
but
I'm
if-
not happy.
Yeah, but what about if your husband finds out?
But if you're not happy, why?
Then the
you-
marriage is
why
finished.
are you?
The
so
marriage
that's
is
my-
finished.
Then
and I
it's
will-
finished. So why don't you just go
Move
there?
out. Yeah, move out.
Listen, sometimes you want to go.
The marriage
you
is
can't
not always
go.
finished, you know.
Why can't you go?
Marriage doesn't just go.
Why can't you
We
go?
can sit here. All of us can be liars to our own souls and our own body. That if it's not working, go. It's,
Yeah, it's not that
it's
easy.
not that easy.
Yeah.
So if the person doesn't want you to go, maybe when they see the front garden, the main house, they will start heading off.
Well, what I would
So they
say
give you
is
freedom.
that the day and age that we live in, men who are doing this better beware.
Yeah.
Because the women are coming right after you.
But
And
I
they're
don't
coming
know, but
as
why
heavily
we-
corrupt.
And Fred, listen, it's also about your upbringing and
What
your
is coming after?
environment.
Coming after, so if you want want 2 wives, a woman also feels that she can have 2 wives.
Listen.
And after a while, it will become the norm.
But there's
Can I
nowhere where
finish
women
this?
get married and
No,
have 2
can I
husbands.
finish
There's
this?
nowhere.
Listen.
But I don't think any church.
But 2
No,
partners.
Well, married that.
no, don't
She can have
forget
2
about the
partners, yeah.
church, because the church is marrying all kinds.
But that's true.
There will be a new law maybe for the church pastors to marry animals, and they would do. So there are
That's a
all
different
law.
topic.
That's a different topic. But what I'm saying is, everybody, each and every individual or human being has got morals, and your upbringing, your environment defines you. I grew up seeing my parents being married for 30 old years and seeing my mom staying. I never saw any abuse in a relationship. So that is my upbringing.
That's your
That is my
standards.
environment.
Yeah.
That is what I've grown up to. But growing up as an independent woman, I've learned different things.
It
That it hasn't changed. I'm still
But you
for
just-
marriage.
you just
Right?
advised
No,
us that if you
listen.
cheat.
I said I'm still for marriage, but I will not. And which my daughter, who is 19-year-old, tells me that, Mommy, you are stupid to stay in a relationship
But
for abuse for that long.
why is it if your parents grew up in a loving, long-term relationship and you never saw any abuse, why did you put up with so much?
That is why my 19-year-old daughter said to me, Mommy, you are so stupid. I was ashamed to even say to the next person that this is what I was going through.
Yeah, but that-
because
What,
I
then what
wanted
did you
to.
tell your
Yeah.
daughter when the daughter asked you that question?
I said I was. I told that point, I agree with her
Yeah.
that I was stupid.
No, that's fine.
Because I didn't
No,
know
no, what you say now?
who to speak to leave, or I felt that it's a shameful thing on me.
Sorry,
to
CJ,
stay in
did you
that.
never advise your little sister to...
I never told her.
You
To
never
my
told her,
neighbor.
so you never knew?
No, to my neighbor mentioned to John. She never knew that I was being abused. It was my
With
neighbor.
your whole big mouth.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is what
how
I'm saying.
quiet I was.
This is what I'm saying, that she sits here and say that if
But now I've changed.
That's
That
why
was
he's gone
then.
wild now. He's
That
gone
is
wild
why
now.
I've gone wild. It's
Watch it.
changed.
so he's
Because
not
it-
off the hook.
Yes, it was my neighbor.
That's going to be our next subject.
Yeah.
Men change women.
Because it was my
Well,
neighbor
women
that
change
spoke to.
And
Ask
women
CJ.
also change men.
Yeah,
How
ask
do women
CJ.
change
It
men?
was Vivian.
But
Listen.
you think in that relationship you've been so good, you've done the best that you can do. Even if he doesn't appreciate it,
Edmond, listen, it was
then
my neighbor
that's what people change.
that approached John and said, listen, this woman is being abused and she's not telling you. 30 minutes before you arrived here, this was what's going on. And when it was said, I
And he
even
came back and
lied.
told you. He came back and told you. And what did you do?
When she called me, I lied. I was on the phone telling how good my husband is. I said, oh, don't mind John. John is telling lies. But that is how I was, because this is how I've grown up, not to share problem outside. But now I've grown up. Anyway, on that note, your devil Rachel, or the devil's advocate Rachel, will always tell you, Charlie, be yourself. Life is too short to live for some people. Live for yourself
Live for the Lord.
and live for the Lord. If you are spicing your relationship and it's good for you, please do so, whether you're a man or a woman. But if both of you are spicing it up, get the orgasm and get it going on. But make sure your relationship is going well with you. Do not listen to us. But I hope we have given you the leadway or the gateway for you, for both sets to spice up your relationship.
And we'd like to hear your point of view.
We want to know that you comment,
Like our channel,
subscribe,
share our channel.
follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And please, somebody told me, Mama, we paid £1 for subscription. It's free. Mama, I know you watch me.
Our
It's
target
free.
is 1,000 by the 31st.
It's
of
free,
December.
so please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Please,
And
please.
Kobe, we like the comments you give. Mami Adjoa, we love and appreciate you.
Okay.
We love all our comments. And please, let's make the conversation
So
good.
So, Coalition!